Warning, this book has harsh language, and I'm going to read it. So, 18 years and below, close your ears. Sharla was watching TV and eating chocolate malt balls shaped like Easter eggs. Crystal sat down beside her on the couch. She said, "Emilio's got a good job. Got a van too. Wouldn't that make a difference for getting groceries and whatever?" Sharla pressed a malt ball to the roof of her mouth. "You better be nice to me, Sharla. Your butt's going to be at foster care if Colette loses this trailer." Sharla didn't want to be at foster care, so she sat up straight on the couch and stopped eating the malt balls, deciding she should give the rest to Colette's new boyfriend with the van. The inside part of the oven was on, and that was unusual, because Colette mostly used the burners. It made the trailer hot, and when Sharla complained, Colette set her teeth and said, "Go put your fucking shorts on then." Emilio, he was late. The trailer got hotter and hotter. Whatever was inside the oven was still pink. Sharla had never seen it before, but it smelled good, like something cooked in one of the red brick houses in China. Sharla hoped they wouldn't have to wait till dark to eat the meat, because the only thing in her stomach were a few chocolate malt balls. There was no knock at the door. It scared Sharla when Emilio just walked right in and stood on the mat looking at her like she shouldn't be there. Emilio wasn't short, but neither did he have to duck in to get in the door. His head was shiny black waves, and his face was a good one, with round, dark eyes and not too big nose, and thick, red lips you might see on a pretty girl. Sharla liked the look of him, but he didn't like the look of her, and she knew it. Sharla made room for him on the sofa, and when he sat down, she gave him what was left of her malt balls. Only 4 or 5 melty ones, because she had gotten so hungry waiting. Emilio looked in the bag and scratched his head, and he didn't say thank you or wasn't that thoughtful. He called, "Colette! Hey Colette, you know your kid's out here dressed like an idiot? There's snow on the ground and she's got goddamn summer shorts." When Colette came down the hall, Emilio got off the couch. There was a mean look on his face, but Colette didn't look scared. She kissed his mouth and said she was glad he was getting to know Sharla a little. Emilio and Colette kept on kissing, and when Emilio's tongue whirled out between his lips, Sharla turned away. All of a sudden, after waiting all day, the pink meat was coming out of the oven and sat on the table with nothing else. Sharla was hungry. "You gonna eat?" Colette's cheeks were red under the pink stripes. She hardly looked at her daughter. "Have a little ham to tide you over. We'll be back in a bit." Sharla watched Emilio go down the long hall to Colette's bedroom and watched till the door closed. She turned the channel on the television, wishing for cartoons, but there was only sports and news. She sat down at the table and tore the ham with her fingers, loving the sweet, burnt taste of it.
Fellow readers and friends, today it is my honor to be defending Rush Home Road to be selected for this year's Trent Reads. Lori Lances is an incredibly talented writer and storyteller, and her book is the best choice to represent the Trent community. Trent Reads has never selected a female writer, and I believe this should be the first year. Rush Home Road symbolizes the importance of Canadian culture, history, and the diverse and complex human relationships that shape our lives. Rush Home Road is a beautiful story that I believe is the obvious and best choice for Trent Reads 2011. Lanson's book discusses the deep roots of Canadian culture. Living in a nation that prides itself on nationality and nationalism, it's important to remember just where we came from. This novel addresses the history of the country, as well as many noteworthy events ranging from bootlegging from Canada to the United States, to racial and gender relationships in Canada and its neighbour from the 1950s to the present day. Rush Home Road provides an honest and genuine depiction of the diversities of human nature. We meet Adelaide Shad, a fantastic, ferocious, and fascinating woman. We watch her tackle the challenges of raising a child while simultaneously confronting the trials and tribulations of her past. The literary devices at work are both elegant and enjoyable. Addie's life experiences speak to the honesty of human nature, the importance of love, and the progression of feminism and female strength throughout history. Addie, an 80-year-old black woman, and Charla, her unofficially adopted and neglected 5-year-old mixed-race girl, embody the beautiful relationship between a mother and daughter, and more importantly, between two women. Lanson's book has been internationally recognized and should be wholeheartedly supported by the Trent community. Laurie Lansons is a white woman, born and raised in Chatham, Ontario. Lansons was established as a successful screenwriter before writing her first and very successful novel, Rush Home Road. The novel has been translated into 8 different languages and published in 12 countries. Booklounge.ca writes, "Written with verve, grace, and unflinching emotional acuity, Rush Home Road is an epic story that explodes our notions of identity, justice, and heroism, penetrating one of our darkest periods with profound insight and humanity." Addie was a character who learned very serious and real-world lessons continuously throughout her life, but she continued forward, full of quiet, steeled bravery and tenderness of heart. Rush Home Road highlights the past while also identifying and recognizing the importance of the present. Academy Award winner Whoopi Goldberg even supports this book. She bought the film rights and plans on producing the story and personally performing the role of Addie Shad. The novel is an incredibly powerful story that is a definite must-read. Rush Home Road deserves our recognition and support. This story contains so many important and valuable ideas which all individuals can learn from first-year students to current students, faculty, staff, and alumni. Lansons has created an extraordinary piece of fiction that reflects everyday realities. Rush Home Road is an intensely emotional and personal piece of work that grabs the reader and transports them to another time and place. This makes the book highly readable, even at 576 pages. Further, Trent Reads is long overdue to have a female author to be selected to represent our community. The book is the best choice for Trent Reads 2011, and throughout the next week, you will have the opportunity to vote and make it happen. I trust you will make the right decision. Thank you.